Really funny. Anyways, we're going to be reacting to Parkour Civilization Season 2, Episode 1. Oh, I forgot to copy paste the link on the save share.
Why did you push me? You said to check your balance, so I did. You got terrible balance. You see, Mom, Dad has the balance of a newborn baby here. I meant the balance in my bank account.
What is Lil Bro watching?
I spent everything on your card. How did you do that? Okay, so I was in Best Buy about to buy my TV. When this guy came up to me and said, "Hey, can you help me buy these 3 TVs?" And we being the nice senior citizen that I am, I bought the TVs.
Loading video, just wait a few.
Parkour Civilization, the only way to rank up in society is to make more parkour. The higher up you go, the harder the parkour gets. And if you're good enough, you can make it to the top to become the champion. Parkour Civilization used to be ruled by an evil champion who made it impossible to rank up. But things are going to be different around here because now I'm the parkour champion. Now that I'm at the top, these command blocks allow me to make the rules of Parkour Civilization. And I'm going to be the best champion that has ever
We're back.
lived. And I have no clue what I'm doing. Man, being the champion, it's kind of hard actually. I don't even know what changes to make. Okay, I'm obviously going to need some more advice before I go change the entire world. Alright, let's just start off with this. Give me a water bucket. Nice, let's go. Being the champion's kind of awesome. I can get whatever I want now. Alright, I'm not going to get carried away. I still have a lot to do. I'm the best player in Parkour Civilization at parkour. I don't know a thing about running society, but fortunately there's someone who said he would help me, and that's the old champion. And no, not the evil one. After I freed the old man from parkour prison, he insisted that he had his old secret house back. I don't know why, but I gave it to him. But even though he turned down the role of becoming champion again, he's really the only one who knows a thing about running Parkour Civilization. I told the old champion that I had zero clue what I was doing, and
You can do like anything as a champion, right? Just time travel.
I needed some help. He said I should use the command blocks to look back at the history of Parkour Civilization, and there I'll find the answers I need to make a better world. Okay, so I guess the command blocks are gonna allow me to time travel or something? I have no clue what this is gonna be. Alright, so I need to know what life was like in Parkour Civilization before the evil champion. Show me life in Parkour Civilization when the old man was the champion. After I jumped on the command blocks, my vision began to change and I was teleported somewhere. My champion boots were gone, but whatever this was, it felt real. I was down at the bottom of Parkour Civilization. I was in the parkour temple at the noob level, but the temple looked a little different from the one I remember at least. In the middle of the entrance to the temple, there was some giant square platform thing, and there was no barrier to get in. I didn't really know what I was supposed to be looking for. I mean, I was here for answers on how to run Parkour Civilization, right? But as I stood there, someone appeared right in front of me. It was my parkour master friend, except he wasn't a master, he was a noob. Yo, bro, what's up? Hello? Okay, I guess he can't hear me. This must be from when he first joined Parkour Civilization. Interesting. So before the evil champion, new players would spawn down here instead. I guess that's good to know. Oh, no way he failed his first jump. I am totally bringing that up to him when he gets back. But what really caught me off guard is instead of falling into parkour prison, he just spawned right back inside the parkour temple. Man, I would have loved to live in a time where I didn't have to parkour to survive. Okay, this is one thing I need to change. I gotta fix the issues at the noob level first. Alright, I'm making some good progress. Back then, parkour prison didn't exist. The evil champion added parkour prison as a way to make sure the worst parkour players never had a chance to come back into society. It looks like the evil champion also added the ticket system and the barriers so it would limit the amount of people trying to rank up. Man, I gotta give him credit. The evil champion was kind of a mastermind. I watched as as another noob arrived at the temple
Yeah,
and
bro,
made his
'cause
way
it's
towards the
AJ.
course to rank up to become a parkour pro. When I completed this course to rank up, the last jump would have been impossible if it wasn't for the barrier block. But in the old days, parkour noobs had the ability to sprint. That means the last jump, the 3-block jump, was easy to make. Well, not easy to make. I mean, of course it was easy for me because I'm the champ, but it wasn't impossible is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's another thing I gotta change. I gotta give noobs the ability to sprint. If they can sprint and they have access to the temple, they can actually make the course to rank up to become a parkour pro. Okay, I think I got a lot of things covered on the noob level. I have a good idea of what changes I need to make. Now let's see what's different on the pro level. When you rank up and become a parkour pro, your entire life starts to revolve around doing daily tasks. Well, at least that's how it was for me when I was a parkour pro. From what I saw, it looked like daily tasks were still a thing, but I was wrong. I watched as a parkour pro went up to the dispenser, and instead of getting a daily task and a piece of steak, he just kept getting food until he got as much as he wanted. There wasn't any daily task. Under the evil champion, the daily tasks gave pros a certain amount of time each day to practice in the training grounds. But before the daily tasks, the pros could practice as much as they wanted. There were no barriers blocking the entrance, just like the ticket system down at the noob level. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that the evil champion was responsible for the barrier system, but just as that thought crossed my mind, I turned and I saw someone. It was the evil champion. This was before he made it to the top. He was just a parkour pro, and now it looks like he's trying to rank up to become a master. Okay, well, I gotta follow him now, right? This has gotta be close to when he comes into power. Ah, man, this is kind of sad, because now I'm gonna watch the old man's downfall. When I did this course to rank up to become a parkour master, there was a jump that was impossible. The only way I got around it was because I found a secret barrier path. But given that the barriers were kind of the evil champion's thing, my suspicions were correct in assuming that the jump back then was actually possible. Ah, man, if only this fence existed when I was trying to become a master, my life would have been so much less complicated. I watched as the evil champion completed the course and ranked up to become a parkour master. Okay, so if there's anything I've learned from watching him rank up, I need to get rid of the impossible jump in the pro level and make it possible for pros to become masters. Alright, got that one checked. Now, where do I go? As I stepped up into the temple at the master level, my vision changed and I was inside the parkour arena. It looked like I was in the middle of a parkour battle, and the evil champion was building an attack against the old man. Bro, he looks so good with the diamond boots on. This is awesome. Wait, why am I excited? This is probably when he loses everything and the world gets destroyed. I watched as the evil champion attempted a parkour combo but missed. The old champion then attacked with a combo of his own. What? Dude, I didn't know the old man could move like that. I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but I watched as the evil champion missed the jump and lost the parkour battle. This is crazy. So the first time the evil champion fought the old man, he lost the battle. After watching the first battle between the evil champion and the old man, my vision shifted and I was now in front of the parkour bank. The parkour bank, I remember, was a place you could buy blocks with your completed daily tasks. But back then, there were no daily tasks at the master level either. It looked like you could just come here and get any block you wanted without paying anything. I went to the top floor to see if Seawat's vault was here, but there wasn't a vault here. Instead, there was another level to the parkour bank where you could get blocks.
How do you figure out that vault was Seawatts, though? That's what confuses me the most.
To build harder parkour jumps with. But out of all the items you could get, one thing stood out from the rest. At the last dispenser, you could get totems of undying. Someone walked into the room and it was, oh, let's go, he finally ranked up. I watched as my friend grabbed multiple totems of undying just for free. That makes sense. He must have had one on him still when he gave it to me, right? Before the evil champion got rid of them. My vision shifted and I was now at the top of Parkour Civilization where I saw the old man. And this is when the downfall of Parkour Civilization began. The old champion was a great leader, but he wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible with parkour. He thought of the idea to explore invisible parkour with barrier blocks. By adding them to the parkour bank, he thought that barriers would only serve to advance Parkour Civilization, but he never would have guessed the consequences. The evil champion was the first one to discover that barrier blocks were unbreakable. He knew this was his chance to rise to power. He grabbed every single barrier block he could and went back to face the parkour champion. The old champion only had one barrier block on him and wasn't prepared to defend against all of these barrier block attacks. The old man knew he created his own downfall, and he knew the battle was lost already. The old man knew that power was now going to be in the wrong hands. He jumped off before he could die in the parkour battle. He knew that if he lost his champion boots in the battle, Parkour Civilization might be doomed forever. Now, all he could do is wait at the bottom and watch as Parkour Civilization plunged into darkness. He disguised himself as a noob and hoped that one day someone would be worthy enough to earn his champion boots. But until then, all he could do was hide out at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization and hope that the evil champion never found him. Now that the old champion was gone, there was no one to stand in the way of the evil champion. Him and his barrier blocks would go on to take the free will of everyone in Parkour Civilization. And now I'm the champion. Let's go. Alright, well, that's definitely a lot to wrap my head around. Well, I guess it's time to start actually being a champion and making some changes around here for the better. My first changes to Parkour Civilization were at the noob level. I got rid of Parkour Prison for good. I made it so that noobs could see the layers above them, and I gave them the ability to sprint, so now they can do harder jumps. The best part is they can just respawn and try again if they fall. Oh my god, I didn't set up the respawn point. Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Under the evil champion's rule, all players spawned in this building that Siwat was in charge of. Siwat was someone that I couldn't underestimate, so I was ready for a parkour battle, but when I showed up, he was gone. Now that I'm the champion, I can get rid of this entire building, along with this weird brainwashing machine. I went to Siwat's vault to get rid of it once and for all, and to see if he was hiding
Where the hell did the train boots go?
out here, but still, he was nowhere to be found. Alright, I'm just gonna hope he fell and he's not coming back. I set up the new spawn point for Parkour Civilization down at the noob level. New players were already starting to come in, and in my civilization, no one will tell them that they can't parkour. Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do, but I've already made some good changes to start.
Look, Evbo, there's something I need to tell you that I should have told you a long time ago. Evbo, you should come quick. I found something, and this is not to be taken lightly. Follow me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'm coming.
How come you cheated on Dad with Mr. James?
Damn.
Oh, the school anymore.
That's how come you cheated on Dad.
Sorry, I gotta take this. You can tell me later. Hey, what are we doing all the way out here? We're so far from Parkour City. I mean, there's nothing even out here, is there?
There's something I found. Something that wasn't there before at the edge of Parkour Civilization.
The edge? I parkoured for miles until I reached the edge of Parkour Civilization. Beyond this point, there are no more jumps to do. The world just ends, except for the fact that there is a giant...
Except for the fact that there's a giant bridge that leads to nowhere except for the void.
wooden pathway. That seems like it just goes on forever.
I've been here. I've been to the edge of Parkour Civilization, but this path was not here before. This is new. Someone made this.
Someone made this recently. Well, where does it go?
You know what? One more episode couldn't hurt, right? Right.
Oh my man! No, it doesn't. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. What? Dad, I basically have a nuke. I have a nuke. Hey, you want to see this nuke spell I got?
We only have 3 parachutes, and one of them is mine. So you 3 will have to fight for the last.
It missed!
I have a husband and kids. I need one of the parachutes.
That's a kid. I need one.
And I fought in World War II, so I deserve a parachute. Give me that. Good luck, losers. It's okay. You can have the last parachute.
Bro, I think this Loretta's mastery is actually buns. You know what I mean by when I say absolutely buns? I mean it's a really bad garbage. I think it's extremely garbage. That's what the term means. It means very garbage.
We only have 3 parachutes, and one of them is mine. So you 3 will have to fight for the last 2. I have a husband and kids. I need one of the parachutes.
I'm just a kid. I need one.
And I fought in World War
I used to dream of being the champion of Parkour Civilization, but now
you
I
are.
am. And I got to admit, being the champion is pretty awesome. Since I'm the best at parkour, I make the rules of Parkour Civilization. When I was at the bottom level, I always thought that parkouring to the top would lead to a better life. But now under my rule, people can actually live that better life.
You know what, Evbo? You are so humble. I bet it's no coincidence that everything in Parkour Civilization is now Evbo themed.
Okay, I'll admit the FBO theme was intentional, but let's be honest, you would totally do the same if you were the champion. I mean, I don't know if that will ever happen.
Oh, you think that's funny? Let's parkour battle right now and see who wins. I can't wait to be the new champion.
Okay, come on, let's be real here. You versus me? I mean, you do remember our last battle, right? I mean, oof, that was rough.
I think
Bro, it's a parkour master getting humiliated by someone a rank below him.
That is just fucking hilarious.
So, yeah, well, bro, you're fodder.
you're just scared because you don't practice parkour anymore.
Alright, if you think you can out-parkour me, let's go for a battle. Honestly, you might be right. I don't even think I'm that good anymore. Whoa, was that a 3-block jump with a 360? No way I can do that again, right? Anyways,
no
you still
way.
want to battle?
Oh, no, fine. Alright, you're still the best.
We all make mistakes, it's okay. Like I said, being the best in Parkour Civilization is kind of awesome. Not only did I save the world, but now I have the power to change things for the better. Since I defeated the evil champion, I undid all of the corrupt rules that destroyed Parkour Civilization, and now life is totally different. So, this is how it works now in my civilization. Every new player spawns at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization as a parkour noob. There, they will learn how life works in Parkour Civilization and probably fail their first jumps. But even if they do, it's okay, because they'll just spawn right back inside the parkour temple. Once a noob gets more experienced in parkour, they can attempt the course to rank up to try to get to the next level of Parkour Civilization. And yes, I made sure this course was actually possible and not some evil way to make sure that people never ranked up. If a noob completes the course, they get their iron boots and they become a parkour pro. Now, they're on the second level of Parkour Civilization, and the jumps are harder than the bottom level. As a pro, if you miss a single jump, you'll fall back down to the noob level and you'll lose your rank. The only way to get back up is to do the course again. But if you can handle all of the jumps at the pro level, you can try to make the course to go even higher in Parkour Civilization. The course to rank up is impossibly hard, and if you miss one jump, you'll die and lose your rank. But if somehow you succeed, you get your gold boots and you rank up to become a parkour master. Only the best players in Parkour Civilization can survive the difficulty of jumps up here. But it doesn't stop there, because the only goal in Parkour Civilization is to make it to the top, to become the champion. There's only one champion, and the only way to become one is to beat the champion in a parkour battle. Which is me again. Man, I can't stop saying it. But I even changed the rules for myself, so if I miss a single jump and I die, I'll rank down and become a parkour master again. And to be honest, I still haven't figured out who would be the next champion after me if that ever happened. But I'm not really worried about that. I mean, when's the last time I've missed a jump? No! Please! Oh, okay, I'm gonna pretend I almost didn't just lose everything I...
That shit almost gave me a heart attack. Like, what was that?
Missed a jump. No! Please! Oh, okay, I'm gonna pretend I almost didn't just lose everything I worked for. You see, I could've just used my Totem of Undying and been fine, but as the champion, things are a little different. I mean, I got a reputation to maintain. I can't have people going around thinking I can't make a water bucket. But speaking of reputation, so much of my time has been spent trying to rebuild Parkour City for the better. Now, life works a lot differently as a parkour master. The first big change I made was to the Parkour Bank. When I was a master, you could only get blocks if you completed daily tasks. But after seeing what life was like back in the old days, I decided to make blocks free again. Now, parkour masters can get as many blocks as they want, and they don't have to do daily tasks. I even updated the second floor to the Parkour Bank. Masters can now get whatever they need to build the hardest jumps in Parkour Civilization. But the biggest change was bringing back Totems of Undying. Totems are free, but you're only allowed to have one at a time. I didn't want people grabbing like 20 of these and living forever and never ranking down, so one is the max. The next change I made was to the food supply. When I was a master, you had to build your own jumps to get food, and I was not a fan of that system because I almost starved because of it. So yeah, getting food is now different as a parkour master. Now, you have to do 2 4-block jumps if you want to get food. Every day, masters can make these jumps to get 3 golden carrots. Or, if you're like me and you're the parkour champion, you never lose hunger, so no need to do these jumps. Alright, well, I guess some parkour pros about to be eating good today. And of course, even if you do get the food, you still have to make the 2 4-block jumps to get back. Now, onto the part that I don't really have figured out yet, and that's buying skyscrapers. When I was a master, I did 2 360s to buy a skyscraper, so I kind of like the idea of building a jump to buy a house. But the problem is that there are no more daily tasks.
And how the fuck are they gonna get skyscrapers, you moron?
So, I don't know who's gonna sell the houses. Okay, I don't have everything figured out yet, but this is my favorite part of Parkour City. The new parkour arena. Being a noob or being a pro is just about building your parkour skills. But becoming a master is when you actually have to learn how to fight with parkour. And this is the new place to do it. Up here, masters have everything they need to challenge each other to parkour battles. They can battle for fun, or they can battle to the death. I haven't really figured out if I should set a rule on that. But anyways, this is also the place that masters go to if they want to challenge me to become the parkour champion. But I probably gotta change some things because I was not ready for the first day. Alright, well, parkour battles are open to the public. Oh, look at that, I already got some challengers. Wait, how many? Bro, what? How many people want to challenge me? I realized that masters usually never saw the parkour champion, so this was new to them.
Hello, Champion Evbo. I can't wait to die in this parkour battle.
Oh yeah, good luck to you too. Wait, what? Alright, let's do this. Parkour battle starts now.
Wait. Can you please attack me with a 360 jump?
You want me to attack you with a 360?
Yes, please.
Okay, I guess I can do that. Bro, what is going on? Can this guy do a 360? Alright, I'm attacking you with a 3-block 360 jump.
No way, you actually did the 360.
I am so confused. What is this parkour battle? Wait, you didn't even try it.
I know. I get to die by the Champion Evbo's 360. This is the best day ever.
You wanted to? Oh, shoot. Okay, this is so weird. If this is how all of the challenges are gonna go, I need to make some new rules on parkour battles. Overall, it's safe to say that things are going great in Parkour Civilization. People are now free, and life is what it should be like. But even though things are going so well, there's still one small thing I haven't been able to wrap my head around. At the edge of Parkour Civilization, there's a bridge that leads to nowhere. My friend who found this said that this wasn't here before, meaning that whatever or whoever made this must have done it recently. The thing is that no one knows what's outside of Parkour Civilization. Once you reach the edge, the jumps just stop, and there's nowhere left to go. So far, my friend and I haven't figured out anything new, except for now. Alright man, what's going on?
This is strange. Something's stopping me from building the bridge even further. But this is where it gets weird. I tried throwing blocks and they just disappeared.
My friend was right. He gave me a block to throw, and when I threw it, it just disappeared instead of falling. It's like there's something here, something that I can't see. Alright, well, looks like there's nothing left for us to do. I gotta go visit the old man. I said I'd visit him like a long time ago and I never did. Before we found the bridge at the edge of Parkour Civilization, the old man said he needed to tell me something that he should have told me a long time ago. But I just got so busy with champion stuff and trying to change the entire rules of society and whatnot, and I forgot to come down here. Alright, old man, I'm ready for your story. And of course he's gone. Bro, why does this guy always disappear when I need him? I need to put like a tracker on him or something. I looked around the neighborhood and I had no clue where he went until I finally saw the old man just standing in the distance. Oh, that's a relief. I thought he was trying to pull another jump in the void move on me. Can you at least leave a sign or something when you go places so I can find you? Wait, what? Why are you taking damage? What's going on?
You made it. Quick, I don't have much time. I'm old and I'm dying, but I needed you to hear this.
No. This can't be happening. Why didn't you say anything? I could have done something. I don't get it. You know I have the command blocks. We could have found you a cure.
There is no cure for old age, my boy. It is not my destiny to live on, but it is your destiny to keep going and to save Parkour Civilization once more. I should have told you sooner about the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization, but it is too late. I fear that evil is returning.
The 5th layer of Parkour Civilization?
Beyond the edge, you'll find it. If this evil returns, Parkour Civilization will be destroyed.
That's where the bridge leads to? Another level of Parkour Civilization.
My time is here, Evbo. I need you to end my suffering with a parkour battle.
No, that's not fair. You can't ask me to do that.
I'm not asking, Evbo. I need this, please.
I never would have thought this was what it would come to, but the old man gave me no choice, and I had to honor his word.
Thank you, Evbo, for everything. You are and always will be a better champion than I ever
right
was.
now, you
I hope to
idiot!
be with the parkour god now.
And just like that, the old
He said you want to fight.
man,
He
my
said,
mentor,
"Sure."
and my friend was gone. Without him, I would have never become the champion of Parkour Civilization. And now there's a new evil that I'll have to face alone, without the help of the old man. But he trusted me. He knew that I was the only one capable of saving Parkour Civilization. So now wasn't the time to stop. Now was time to honor the old man's legacy by finding this lost civilization, and getting rid of this evil before it destroys all of Parkour Civilization. Alright, well, this is it. Somewhere beyond this bridge is the lost civilization. And I think we both know that the only way I can get there is to just jump. Look, I don't know what's gonna be on the other side, but if anything happens, I trust you with Parkour Civilization. Just make sure you get better at 360s while I'm gone.
We'll both be doing 360s once we make it back together. See you on the other side.
No, wait! But before I could stop him, my friend jumped off the end of the bridge and he just disappeared in thin air. Of course he did that. Alright, well, I guess this is now not a solo mission. I have no way of knowing what lies beyond the bridge, and there's a very real chance that I never see Parkour Civilization ever again. But I spent my life fighting to save Parkour Civilization. And if there's an evil out there that threatens to destroy the world, then I'm gonna fight again. At the very least, I owe it to the old man to try.
Yep. Okay.